like Russell wrote the line a lot of people like in Human Nature, the definition of the Doctor about, he's like fire, etc. So I always say that, it's I don't want to take credit for the things I did not do.
Was there? I remember seeing an interview with Moffat where he said, I'm very briefly paraphrasing, where I think he was asked a question of the difference of writing from Matt Smith to Capaldi. Was there much difference? And he said, not really. You kind of just write the Doctor as he is the Doctor. And I imagine for Capaldi's first series, you kind of just have to see where it goes throughout the series. But when you're adapting Sylvester McCoy to Tennant,
Yeah,
was there much difference in the way you have to
I
write the language?
I never get this. I think the Doctors all have a distinct tone of voice. I don't think it's one tone of voice at all. I think, and the first season of Capaldi, that doesn't sound anything like Matt Smith.
Yeah.
You can't imagine Matt Smith doing that. I love the first season of Capaldi. It's, I think, my favorite modern season. No, I very much write a characterized Doctor, who has an individual voice. You know, I know sometimes, that makes an actor chase a character. That is to say, if you wrote what for David Tennant, he would make it into what.
Yeah.
But no, I believe in, I think each individual Doctor is a different character, honestly.
I remember when Big Finish Now and Again, they opened they do a competition for budding writers to send in submissions with the chance of it becoming an audio adventure. And I gave it a shot, and Tennant is my favorite Doctor, so I started writing for 10, but I couldn't find his voice, and I ended up writing for Matt because I found his voice was more accessible to me. Do you
Mm.
think when you're writing for Doctors, is there a Doctor that you can slip into more easily than others?
Oh, I could do Sylvester McCoy dialogue. That just comes very naturally.
Yeah, there's a good rhythm to him, I feel.
Yes. Um, and Tom Baker, I think I've taught myself to write Tom because he's actually quite difficult to write. I think the hardest to grab is Troughton because so much is in the performance. And Troughton, honestly, on screen could say just about anything because Troughton, the actor, could modulate whatever the dialogue was into, something that sounded Troughton-esque, if that makes any sense.
No, it
But
totally does, yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I I mean, obviously, I've sort of, having had my writing formed from Doctor Who from an early age, I sort of have been schooled in the dialogue of all of them. And being a fan fiction writer, that's a good education in grabbing the speech patterns of licensed characters. It's something I still enjoy doing. And yeah, the ability to write for an existing character is something I really enjoy.
Is there an existing character that you've got your eye on at the moment who you'd quite
Oh,
like to write for?
for the
You've kind of done them
longest,
all.
no, I haven't. For the longest time, I've been trying to convince comic companies to let me